Welcome back to eSIMstudios. My name is Taylor Bell. Today's a big day. You know what today is? Christmas morning. Open your presents, and the OnePlus 15 is now available to purchase. Corny intro, but it is what it is. OnePlus 15 today is now available for all US residents to purchase. Now, I went ahead and got mine, and I'm wanting to make everyone watching aware of kind of different options, right? So obviously you can go directly to their website, but one of the questions we had that was unanswered leading up to this morning was, okay, so is it a pre-order or is it a real just order and they ship it the next day? So one thing I found out this morning is it's unfortunately a pre-order. Now, why they did this, I have no idea. I've heard they have warehouses stocked full of OnePlus 15 devices ready to be shipped, and they should, right? The phone's been released for damn near 3 weeks now, right? On a global stage, right? And you would think they would have these devices hot and ready to load up on the FedEx truck and ship out basically the day after you order it. Well, it doesn't look like that's the case, because if you order from OnePlus's website, I'm going to show you a few different options, what you want to be mindful of and look at before you order, because I did a deep dive today in the OnePlus 15 because I was like, okay, I'm going to buy one today regardless of what happens, whether it's from the OnePlus website or any of the number of online retailers. I actually purchased one last week, and freaking they canceled my order because they said they don't ship to the US. I'm assuming it's tariffs, but whatever. It was on AliExpress. It was one of the sellers on there. But anyways, I was like, you know what? It's probably a good thing because I'll just wait. Anyways, long story short, I got my order canceled, and today I was like, today's the day. I'm going to order something. I just need to know where. So after doing a deep dive, seeing at all the different little options, I'm going to take you through a couple of different scenarios where you can either save money or B, get your device faster, because that's kind of what I settled on, is getting my device faster. So did I order it from the OnePlus website? No, I did not. Now, you can, and I'm not discouraging you from doing that. If you want to, please do that, right? And as you know, let me pull this up. So let me show you what we got. So just want you to be mindful of a couple things. Let me open up the OnePlus website and show you what I'm talking about. So here's the OnePlus 15, all right? And again, they got the 16 gigs of RAM, for in 512 gigs of storage for basically $1,000, or you can get the 12 gig of RAM 256 for $900, right? And one of the bonuses from ordering from the OnePlus website is that you get if you order the 12 gig 256 model, you get the buds for free. If you order the more expensive variant, the higher storage variant, you get your choice of a watch for free or the buds for free. I'm assuming most people are going to choose the watch, just because it's a higher value, right? So you do get something for free for ordering. I don't care about that. I'm really not a smartwatch user, and I got tons of earbuds laying around the house. I have 2 separate earbuds in my ear right now, so whatever. So that wasn't a big deal to me. My number one thing when ordering this, and I'm sure it is to you too, is obviously the price. The price is the number one top of the list priority. Coming in at a close second is how fast are you going to get this device? And that leads me to the opening of the show, where we didn't know how long it was going to take for them to get to you, right? Once you ordered it. Well, I found out today when I was going through the ordering process. Look at this. The shipping dates are freaking at the end of the year. Now, I don't know why they're doing that. Any normal phone launch, Samsung, Apple, you have the pre-order for 2 weeks and they ship it out in the middle of that second week. But this is going on a freaking almost a whole month delay. Now, again, I don't know if they got that many orders and they're just back ordered, or if they're sticking to their normal launch where you have a 2-week pre-order window and then they start shipping them out at the end of the second week. But as you can tell, we're on the 4th of December and we're getting delivery dates of December 30th. I saw that, and that was since this morning. I saw that and I was like, you know what? It's like, damn, that sucks, man. I was like, let me see what else I can do, right? Let me see if I can find a, number one, cheaper price, and number two, a faster delivery date, because that's insane. I don't want to wait a whole freaking month for this phone. Like, us US buyers have already been drugged through hell trying, getting teased online, not literally, but figuratively, with all these YouTube videos and all these reviews online. I'm like, dang, I just want to get one and start using it. I don't want to have to wait. So I was like, you know what? I went right up to the checkout phase where I was going to hit click and order. And I was like, you know what? Let me see what else is out there. So here's what I did. And I want you, this is very, very important. Please do not make the wrong selection when choosing your OnePlus 15, because I want you to be aware of one very, very intricate but very specific thing that might have you wishing you didn't order it, and it's a very important thing. And there are some differences when buying outside of the OnePlus website. So the OnePlus website, for us American users, here are the model numbers, right? So basically there's 4 model numbers, but there's one you want to stay away from, right? The one you want to stay away from is the Chinese version. So there's a number of retailers online where you can buy it cheaper, right? I'm going to go through some prices. You're going to be like, what? Holy shit, that's cheap. You can get it cheaper, but then you got to worry about, damn, well, how long is it going to take for them to ship it over here? The only model, and when you purchase a OnePlus 15, it's either going to come, now when you purchase it from their website in the US, they're shipping you the OnePlus 15 with the global ROM with OxygenOS 16. When you start looking overseas and some online retailers, you need to be very mindful of the quote-unquote Chinese version, the CN version, China version. Now that comes with ColorOS, right? And I've had a ColorOS OnePlus 13. Main differences, it has some non-uninstall, it has some non-uninstallable apps, meaning it has some apps you can't uninstall and you can't freeze. And a lot of those factory stock apps are in Mandarin, meaning you can't, even when you switch the device language to English, those stock apps on ColorOS, the OnePlus apps, are all still in Mandarin. So it's like, damn, it was still cool, and there are some advantages to ColorOS, but it's still not the exact same thing as you can get here. Plus, Android Auto does not work with the China version with ColorOS, and there's no eSIM on the ColorOS Chinese version, and there's no guarantee you're going to get updates. I did on my OnePlus 13, but you're just not guaranteed that, right? So please stay away. The only model number that is the China version is the model number starting in PLK 110. All the other ones that start in CPH, there's CPH 2749, CPH 2745, and CPH 2747. All the model numbers that start in CPH are the global ROM version, the the OxygenOS version. CPH model number starting in CPH is the global ROM, is the OxygenOS model, right? That's the one you're going to want. Now, when you go and see some other options online, like this right here, look at this. OnePlus 15 as low as $629. $629? Holy crap. On OnePlus's website, and that's for the, what is that? Let's see. That's for the, let's just say black, 12 gig, just to get in the door, right? And it is $629 compared to $900. You're going to save a few $100s? Yeah. So you're like, well, that's a no-brainer, right? Well, check it out. This comes with ColorOS, but they give you an option to select global ROM plus $20. So what GizTop will do, now this is a Chinese model, the CN, model number starting in PLK, right? This has the ColorOS version on there. What they're going to do is open up the box, and they're going to unlock it, and then they're going to flash the global ROM on there. And at first you're thinking, well, that's not a big deal, right? Yeah, I'll just pay them $20. They'll flash the global ROM. No issues, right? I started digging a little deeper again, because these are all the thoughts that went through my head today. I started looking around. I was like, okay, that's cool, but are there any issues that come with that, right? Because it's one thing if it was OxygenOS based, and then you just flash your region's modem on there, or baseband, right? But that's not it. You're literally flashing the entire software on top of this one, on top of the ColorOS. Are there any issues that come with that? Meaning, if I order one and save a lot of money, but pay $20 to flash OxygenOS, are there any problems that I might encounter? Well, there might be a few. So I did some digging around, and I came across, I came across this, right? So I Googled OnePlus 15 flash convert to global ROM, right? I wanted to pull all the videos and content in regards to the GizTop, right? And not only GizTop, because I want you to look at this, and I'm going to get back to the issues you might see when flashing a global ROM on top of ColorOS, right? So if you go to Trading Shenzhen, and then you go to, let's say, where are they? Smartphones, and then we go to OnePlus 15. Look at some of these prices. Check this out. Why isn't this working? I just had it on my display. Here we go. So look at this. You can get a OnePlus 15. Are those prices right? $547. Yeah, 540. Now, those are euros, which I think comes out to I think like $630, because I did the math earlier. So basically comes out to what GizTop is selling theirs for, $629. Yep. So euros converted to dollars comes out to basically the same price as GizTop. And then what do you know? Down here it says, important, China ColorOS version. So that's the PLK model. That's the China version. And it says, yes, Android Auto, no eSIM. I've seen some debates from users that say Android Auto doesn't even work, but they do the same thing. They will flash CPH2747, the global ROM, onto this device and ship it to you, right? So those are your options, but I got into Google searching. Now, what I'm going to do is pull this video up. Now, we're not going to play the video because I don't want to waste your time and bore my time. I'm trying to run through this so you get the gist of the video, right? So check this out. I'm going to click this, but let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments, and I want to show you what some of the comments are saying, because some people are saying it's simply not working, right? So this guy has got 3 videos, and what he's done is got the China version, did the same thing, ordered his off of GizTop, got it in, they flashed, he purchased the China version, he flashed OxygenOS on top. But look at these comments. There's an XDA thread right here that runs you through the whole process, and this is the same process that GizTop does for you, or Trading Shenzhen does for you. There's an XDA forum on how to flash it, right? And if you want to save $20, shoot, just order the China version and then follow these steps. But I want to show you what's going on with this, right? So check this out. If you go down into the comments, and why can't I find them on up and down is here we go. So look at this. I found some that say it does not work. Android Auto still does not work. Updates still probably won't work, because what this does is it changes something in the baseband, flashing the global ROM OxygenOS on top of ColorOS, meaning if you convert it to a global ROM so we can use it here in the US, it jacks something up in the system. And I want to show you exactly what I'm going to put this video in the link down below because you can scroll through all these comments. I spent like 20 minutes today just reading comments, going back to that XDA thread, and let me show you what it does. So if you go to this XDA thread and you go all the way to the very last page, you don't get Netflix in HD. People are saying their Google Wallet does not work. Let's see. And this guy got theirs off of trading Shenzhen. Let's see. Here's what it does. So here's a screenshot of this guy is still saying, hey, it says mine, and this is from the OnePlus's like stock factory flashing software. I forgot what it's called. Samsung is called Odin. I forgot what OnePlus is called. Anyways, that's not the point. Some people said everything passed on theirs when you flash it yourself manually. Some people say they got a did not support and or failed on some of these key statistics. Now, what this is jargon, but basically what it is behind the scenes, it's certain certifications that OnePlus and Google that this device has to pass in order for Google to allow it to use Android Auto, or pass for Google to let it use Google Wallet, right? Certain security measures have to be passed and or met before Google will let you use Android Auto or Google Wallet or whatever. Netflix, right? People are saying they can't even get Netflix to work. Disney Plus does not work. So after seeing this, I was like, holy crap. I don't think I'm, because I was like, well, let me just get the OnePlus 15 China version. I'll pay them $20, flash the ROM, save a few $100, and it's all good, right? It's not good. And look, do what you want, but I'm kind of strongly suggesting either go my route, which I'm about to get into, or go the OnePlus route. So if you're trying to save a few bucks, I would stay away from this unless you're okay with it. And look, as long as they have a return policy, and they do, but this guy says, hey, I just wrote trading Shenzhen, I haven't got an answer. So do what you want. You've been warned. If you order a China version that has the OxygenOS or global ROM flashed on top of your China version, your model number that starts in POK, you could have some issues. And here's one thing we don't know for sure because it hasn't been out that long. Will it receive OTA updates? In theory, it should. Right? In my OnePlus 13, the global ROM, on my similar OnePlus 13 that's in the similar predicament that we're talking about, I still got updates, but OnePlus has been known to change stuff around. 1 year they'll let you unlock the bootloader, the next year they won't. So this device is so new, we still don't know kind of how this is going to work. So you've been warned. If you do order one and have the global version flashed on top of it, you may run into some issues, right? Trying to save an extra buck or two. In my mind, it wasn't worth it. But what I wanted was something that I don't have any issues with. It's something that I want like ASAP, right? I don't want to wait till the freaking almost 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks to get it here. I want it here like next week. And let me show you what I did. So I don't care about the watch. I don't care about the earbuds. I just want the device. I want to save a few bucks. I want it here ASAP. Well, let me show you what I did. So here's another option. You can go on eBay. I bought mine from eBay. Now here's what you do. You're going to want to watch where you order it from. Because again, look here. Located in China. Now this one says located in the United States. You may, but look at here. Model PLK. Don't do that one. I would try to stay away from PLK. If you find somebody here that says model number CPH, that's good to go. Located in the US, that's good to go. But look at that price. Yikes. So here's what I did. I wanted a model number starting in CPH and I wanted a global ROM. I didn't want to buy a device that had to be flashed. So the China version is the only version that apparently is having issues. So technically you can, the same OnePlus 15 that they're launching in India has the global ROM. The one launched in India has OxygenOS 16, the same one they're launching here in the United States. So I thought, you know what, let me locate a seller in India. Let me verify it has model number starting CPH, and let me see their customer reviews and see how fast they get shipping out. Well, I actually located and purchased a OnePlus 15, 16 gig, 512 gigs of storage from India, model number CPH, and I think the total was $838. And the seller on all his reviews, he says fast shipping, fast shipping, fast shipping on almost all of the reviews. And I see a number of reviews there in California, the buyer, and they said, wow, they got me my phone in 5 days after buying, all the way from India. I saw a ton of people say that. So I just purchased mine. I don't even have a tracking number. But 5 days, a week is a lot better than 3 weeks. And I saved, what, $200? So that's what I did. And look, every scenario, each situation is going to be different for you. If you just want to get your foot in the door and you just want a OnePlus 15, go ahead and go with Trading Shenzhen or GizTop. Pay the extra $20, all right? Have them ship it to you, but just be aware you might in the future run into issues. Again, Netflix issues, Disney Plus issues, Google Wallet issues, Android Auto issues, and if you buy the China version, there's no eSIM. All right, so you have to be aware of that, right? So, and again, if you go on eBay, just be mindful of where it's low. Even I saw some even that said India, but they were selling I said located in India, but they were selling the PLK version. So remember, verify they're not in China, the seller. Verify the model number, and make sure they're a reputable seller. Okay, this is the person I bought mine from. Right here, Pearl Techno. Right here, Pearl Techno. That's who I got mine from on eBay right there. He's got a number of them for sale. And see, as you can tell, new low price. And that's what I got. So there's a number of them. And again, please be mindful too that I found somebody that has the device today, a comment saying, that actually has the sandstone one. He said, make sure you if you buy one, get the either black model or the purple model, because he says the sandstone one actually has like a fiberglass back, and that's the one that overheats. They said the glass back one on the purple and the black one does not overheat. Is that true? Who knows? Does it make sense? Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Glass can dissipate heat faster than fiberglass, right? So yeah, that makes sense. Now, technically, they have the same internals, but the people that have messaged me have the black one. Personally, have messaged me and said, "Hey, yo, I got the black one. Everything's good. Hasn't even gotten hot." And so that's why I'm like, yeah. So let me go with the black one. Plus, you can scratch it up and then rub those scratches off with your hand or a cloth, and they're all gone away. And I think the glass helps that out too, the coating that they have on there. So I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and get the black one. And again, make sure, whoever you buy it from, if it's not OnePlus, they have a return window, a return policy. The person I bought mine from off eBay does. And then obviously you do have a return policy with OnePlus if you go through them. And then if you want insurance, the insurance does seem a little high here for the OnePlus Care. Maybe not. I don't know. You can weigh your options, right? Because there are some third-party places you can go grab insurance from. Me personally, I didn't buy insurance. I might not. I don't know. I'm going to throw a glass screen protector on mine. I'm going to peel off the factory installed one, throw a glass screen protector on mine, and probably rock a thin-borne case or a fiber-borne case or something super thin and call it a day. I don't think I'm going to get insurance, knock on wood, but we'll see. So I just wanted you to be mindful if you were considering getting the OnePlus 15. And again, their shipping dates are horrible. And they do have trade-in deals, but the trade-in deals, they give you the discount on the back end. Again, I went through that yesterday, right? It's not like Samsung where they give you that trade-in discount up front, right? So it is what it is, but I'm very excited to get this. And again, I don't want to wait till the end of the friggin' year. I want my device ASAP. And technically, from the reviews of the person I bought it from, they get it to you like within a week. So it is what it is. I saw some on Swappa. You can go on Swappa. They have some for sale. I think there's one or two I've seen on there. I think they're the 16 gig 512 storage, but I think they're going for like $973 or something like that. So it is what it is. But and check your carrier compatibility. So that's the other thing. I googled my carrier, T-Mobile 5G USA bands and frequencies, and then I actually used Gemini 3. You can go ask Gemini 3. It'll pull the data for the global version of the OnePlus 15, and you can ask it, will it work with my carrier? And it says yes. I think 4 or 5 bands out of the 13 work, and that was fine because I was like, well, let me see what band I'm on right now. I was on what was it, 17 or no 71, whatever it was. The band, I looked at my phone because you can go to Network Check app and see what bands you use, and the bands that match up with T-Mobile. What do you know? I was using that. My phone was on that band while I was checking, and I was like, oh, cool. So it'll work. My OnePlus 13 global version and China version both work with T-Mobile. Global version gets more bands than the China version. I think the China version gets 1 or 2. The global version picks up like 4 or 5, which is totally fine. So I don't think you'll have any issues with that. But let me know what you think the best option is. Let me know if you think I'm a complete fool for doing what I did. But did you order a OnePlus 15? If you did, what color did you get? Very excited to get this in. I couldn't wait, right? So I thought, well, shoot, I could save a few bucks, a couple hundred, and I can get it here next week instead of at the end of the year. So I don't know. Just thought I would share my experience so you wouldn't have to spend an hour or two doing your homework. I did that for you. So I'll link some stuff down below, and let me know what you think, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.